What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, M.O.D Society. That's where we go live and talk about pretty much everything and anything. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually a video I had seen done by 16 Life, the homie Chill. Go subscribe to his channel. Homie has solid content. Solid individual. He had put out a video discussing about we always win, talking about like YouTubers, right? Financially wise, whenever they create any kind of content, controversial, whatever, they get revenue for it, right? So they get pretty good deal, good amount of it. And he said that he don't put no emotions into his video, right? So he makes a video and he just moves on to the next one, right? But he sees that some people out there are invested in, the content creators and do attach emotions to it, right? And get emotional on it. And this is true, right? A lot of viewers do attach emotions into people's content. It gets them worked up. Some people allow content creators to think for them, and some people actually stir up these individuals to have them thinking some type of way, right? For whatever reasons, right? They're attached to these individuals and strongly have strong views for whatever content they create. This is true, right? But for that very reason is I say that it's up to every content creator to watch what he says and what he puts out there, right? Because it does tend to it does tend to grab a person's state of mind and get them to view things a certain way, right? Depending on what the individual is talking about. And it does, right? As much as people say that that's dumb or no, how can anybody fall for that? But there's individuals that do feel strongly because they invest their time into this, right? And that's just their personalities, right? This is very true, not just with YouTube, but meaning with anything, right? Any motivational speech or even church related, right? They inspire individuals to do great things and some not so great things, right? Depending on how they perceive the message. That's why you always got to watch what you say. That's why they always tell people to watch what you say, right? Because it does tend to, get people to see things a certain way. That's why people have to be responsible in what they put out there, right? Because you don't know how people are going to perceive your message. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, it's up to people to, take responsibility for what they put out there. And that's why people, sometimes end up getting hit, because somebody took whatever they said and did something heinous act because of it. That's why they always say you got to watch what you put out there. you know that's why people have to be responsible on what they say and what they don't say. And it's funny because he dropped that video because I had dropped the video talking about Mexican speaking on black business, right? And since that video, I had gotten several emails, right? And me debating with individuals back and forth, and I had gotten this one, right, what this individual said: nah, y'all are racist, y'all be hating, y'all just don't want to say it because it'll ruin your money on YouTube. Because if it wasn't so, then why are they putting green lights on blacks in Compton, and yada yada yada, right? And it's like, where are you getting this information from? Like, what makes you think any of this and that, right? And I had later on that day, I was going through my emails. I had seen an individual had sent me an email, right? Like, what are your thoughts on this video, right? And it was a video by this YouTuber saying that a certain gang in Compton put a green light on blacks, right? And he sent me some little clippings, right? And I scoped up the clippings. And it's like, look, bro, anybody on YouTube could say whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? That, oh, I don't know where people are getting this information from, but it could be these very individuals throwing that information out there, bro. It could be that nobody put it out there. They're just, speculating, right, and saying it this way, that way. They don't seem like they're the source of the problems. Not just with that YouTuber, I'm saying, but with other individuals that put anything out there, whether Instagram or whatever the fuck it may be, right? But they could be the source of the rumors. They could be the ones that are just saying that stuff and saying that they heard, right? Being vague, right? About where their source is coming from, right? Like they heard or they have connections, right? But it could be that they have no connections at all, right? Because it could be they're not even from those areas. So what business would they even know, right? But they could just say that they have relatives or they know somebody to create the lie, right? They're the source of the lie, but they say that they heard it from somewhere else, right? And narrating this information just to get people to view, right? But not knowing that it's going to spread and it starts getting people to see things a certain way. Like, man, these fools are racist. Oh, see, that's why they be acting like this, right? But they're the ones that are generating the rumors. They're the ones that are creating it for revenue because they don't give a flying fuck. They have no morals. They don't care what happens out there or people take action. They're just looking to get paid, bro, plain and simple. You know what I mean? You know, this certain YouTuber, right, that put out that content, normally he has, another YouTuber who they tend to put out similar content together, right, all the time. But even that individual didn't drop a video about that, right? Because he knew that, nah, maybe that's not the best direction to go to, right? But this individual's reckless like that. He doesn't have no morals. He doesn't care, right? Because, some people could take that information and run with it, right? And he doesn't give a flying fuck, bro. But like I said, people can say whatever the fuck they want on here. They could say that they heard this or they have connections or whatever. But truly, you don't know. And they could just be making all of this up, right? So always take that information with a grain of salt unless it's coming from the direct source itself. You know what I mean? Like, never take, what somebody from the outs is saying, right, about the actual areas and these individuals. And this is coming from those individuals that you're hearing it from, you know? Because, I know that this individual got it from these channels or, social media. And not the direct source, like them individuals actually coming out and saying that, yeah, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, money will make people do a lot of stupid shit. And they do a lot of stupid shit to get that revenue. It's reckless, but like I said, individuals don't care as long as they're getting paid. You know? They don't have no morals or no conscience to hold, anybody to anything, right? Like, so they feel like they could just say whatever the fuck they want, and as long as they throw the source, as long as they throw the, oh, well, I heard it from this place or that place, or like vague on everything, they wash their hands, bro. That way they don't look like they're the dirty ones, bro. But it's a con man's trick, bro. You know what I mean? It's the oldest one in the book. Like I said, individuals are the ones that stir up and create the divisions and the ones that are the source of the problems, but they wash their hands in a way where people can't say that they're the source. You know what I mean? That way they look innocent to their viewers. But in reality, they're the ones that are always spinning the web, right? Especially if it's these channels that have a big audience and a big following, right? Like, they're the ones that have a lot of people, eyes and ears to. And it tends to be the most reckless ones, unfortunately, right? Because they feel like, okay, this person has a big numbers and big views, meaning he has a lot of connections, meaning he knows a lot of people that is giving him valid information. But like I said, all of that could have been, fabricated, you know? And like I said, you're not going to get these real individuals to come out and actually point that out, you know? Um, Especially if they have no connections to these individuals. Especially if the platforms are not as big as these individuals, right? So the views will get, outviewed by the truth, right? The lies. So it's only a matter of time before people start catching on, right? But you always got to take that information with a grain of salt, right? So don't ever believe, everything that you see that these people say, right? Because a lot of these individuals be lying, and I'm not here to hate. I'm only speaking, the facts of things, right? Especially when individuals are being so reckless with the stuff that they're putting out there, right? Because it does get individuals like this individual to, start thinking and seeing things a certain way. And now him, telling people he knows and information spreading, and it might actually create, real controversy and real, conflict. You know what I mean? But like I said, as long as they're getting a paycheck and they're able to sleep, and as long as they're able to say, well, that's what I heard. But where else did people hear that exact same similar information if not that very individual himself? I'm just saying, peep game on, individuals and their tactics, bro, because they do exist. I'm saying, Shadow, we out.